Hey y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, this is gonna be a special video because we're gonna be doing a book tag today. Chrissie's Purple Library original book tag, the unicorn book tag. Yes, y'all. So okay, y'all, welcome back. I am very excited to be doing this tag because number one, it's original. And number two, well, that's probably number two. But number one, it is by someone that I really do admire, that is an inspiration in the booktube community. That is someone I just love her videos. I watch her channel a lot. She is one of the few booktubers that I actually do check out pretty much every video. And I always try to have some kind of connection to the booktube community because even though I mostly do movies, yes, because we don't have enough, reviewers out there for faith-based films and stuff. So yes, I do feel my calling is definitely in that area and will always be. There's a special place in my heart. But I do have a special place in my heart for books as well. So I am a part of the booktube community, although I feel like a silent partner. But every now and then I get to jump right in, and you also may see me around, y'all, because I do be participating if I can in those reading sprints and just pretty much everywhere that I can and kind of just sneak in there. I'm still on the lookout. I'm around, okay? So I'm very excited to be doing this book tag because I can just still feel like I have that special connection with all of you out there who I know who may follow my channel and you're more involved in the books instead of the movies. So yeah. Yes, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, I want to warn y'all, all right? This is I love Chrissie questions. They're very detailed, and I know, yeah, you can get a lot in there. But for me, because I don't do as much reading as many of you out there may do, so mine is not going to have a whole lot of books, for these questions. But I'm going to do my best. And mostly I'm going to be coming from pretty much two books in a sense. Number one is the Bible. That is the book that I'm mostly reading pretty much every day. That's my heart, that's my joy, so so that would be there. And next is the series that I'm reading, this YA series that is still not complete. Books are still coming out and I'm still on that journey. So yeah, between those two, that's where most of my answers are going to be coming from. So anyways, let's go to that first question. It's Grimmy Dark out there, the darkest book you ever read with an unsettling plot, character, setting, or theme. Now I have to say, y'all, my dark stuff is not really like what most people would call dark, but it's dark for me because I'm not really into the thrillers and all that, what people may call dark. My dark is a little bit different. It may be like, okay, girl, you don't even got to close your eyes for that. I know, a scary cat here, okay, when it comes to that. But yes, one of the darkest books I'm going to be pulling from this series, the Riverbend Friends series that I'm currently reading. And one of the books that I felt like was really kind of dark is the Me You See. Yeah, Me You See, yeah. That was it had some unsettling things happen in this book, like deep life stuff that young girls or even women out there may experience, and that can be very, very unfortunate. But it's dark to me because it is something that the enemy uses, that you go into this thing very, very innocent and to be taken advantage of in such a horrible way, that in a traumatic way that can just stay with you for the rest of your life. To me, that is so dark and very unsettling. And Izzy is the character that went through this in high school, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I feel you, girl. So that is like the Me You See was very, very, that was dark to me. So next question, when a hero comes along, your favorite hero or heroine in a book. Let's start with the Bible. Favorite hero here, obviously Jesus Christ. A lot of times when I be reading certain things that happen to him, not only, of course we know the cross, but I'm just saying, just thinking about his everyday life, like him just living like we live our daily life, that not having friends you can really, really trust, and knowing your calling, knowing your purpose, and knowing certain things are going to happen to you just because this is your purpose, this is your calling, and you can't even really allow yourself to kind of live like most people because you're on this journey, on this walk with Christ, and your purpose should always be at the forefront of your mind. You know what you're here for, and you know the task that you have to complete. And to me, that's, I see him, yeah, y'all, as a hero, to have gone through so many different things, to felt what we felt and still deny yourself, still make that sacrifice, still, stay pressed into the word of God, honoring your father, regardless of how you feel. And when we just think about him being that human side of him being, feeling those things that we have felt, could have felt fear, could have felt neglect, could have felt, that you can't trust anyone and all these different things. It's just, oh my goodness, my heart goes out to him. So that is my ultimate hero, will always be. Love him dearly. Love you, love you, love you, love you. As far as here right now, what most people can understand, I'm still pulling for the Riverbend Friends series. There's a character that this series starts out with, and it's written from different characters' perspective. We have these 4 friends, and it starts off, and I'm going to go with book 1, Real Not Perfect here. This is Tessa's perspective. Tessa's like the mommy in the group of her 4 friends. She's almost like mama bear, very protective, is very mature for her age, and goes through a lot of different things that you don't wish for any child, any teen to go through, but she goes through it with such courage and never losing sight of her faith, regardless of all the different things that were just coming at her. And to be a teen in today's time, I can only imagine that can be very, very difficult. But yeah, and I just love her for that. Out of all the friends here in this series, I have to say that my connection is strongest with Tessa. She is my hero. So moving on to that next question. Okay, so question 3, who's your best friend, favorite animal, companion read in the book? And there's my unicorn, a book with a magical creature. I'm gonna say towards the end, because I just have one answer for those 2 questions that I'm gonna insert in this video later. But number 5, what is love? A book with an intriguing romance, friendship, or family dynamic. I am gonna go here with let's see, Searching for Normal. This is Shay's story. This is has an incredible family dynamic here, because here is a girl who lost her parents at a very young age, and having to navigate life during that season where you need that most guidance, you need that, you need that rock there. And she is living with her aunt right now. And yes, it's a lot. I'm trying to stay away. That's why I'm kind of hesitant, because I'm trying to stay away from plots and different things like that, like spoilers and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, I would say that had the most interesting dynamic here. It wasn't your typical thing. It was, yeah, it was a lot for a young girl like that to be dealing with, having lost your parents, never really knew your mom. Your dad was the closest to you and lost him at a young age. Living with your aunt and having to navigate that, getting to know one another in this wacky world of, tweens here. But moving on. Okay, number 6, Child I'm Still Reading, the longest book series you have completed. I am still not completed with the Riverbend series here, because books are still coming out. The latest one just came out last month, and I am working on reading that now. That's book 7, and I'm seeing that there's going to be a book 8 in November. So I'm very, very excited about it, that it is continuing. I don't know how far it's going to go, but I am still engaged in it. I am loving it so much to the point that I really cannot read anything else. And you would think in between this time, y'all, that these books are just coming out and you can pre-order or whatever, you could be like, okay, but Lord, you got time to just dabble in something else really quick while you're waiting for these books. I can't. I'm just so hooked on this series, and it's amazing because it's not like a fantasy or something that a person can think that's gonna really intrigue you, as far as it's this, it's something that you just never read or never seen or heard of. This is simply just 4 kids, 4 teenage girls, in Riverbend, growing up, just dealing with everyday life. There's nothing magical or mystical or all of these kind of things in there, and I'm just loving it. I'm just so hooked on it. This is, I don't know, I just really like it. I just love the innocence here. I love to see them just grow as young girls, and honoring God and praying and all these. Oh my goodness, I'm just there. I'm just there with them. I feel like they're my friends, almost like I'm getting to do over my teenage years, but with the right kind of friends, and knowing your purpose, and having friends that are gonna pray for you, and you're texting about God and scriptures. I'm like, it doesn't get better than that for me. So I'm just loving this thing so far. Yeah. But moving on, Number 7, Color Mix Up, a book that is genre bending. I don't know. I'm gonna have to skip past that. I don't really have anything for that. Y'all forgive me. Number 8, Bet You Didn't See That Coming, a book with a surprising plot twist. I'm gonna go way out of this series. Surprising plot twist. Life in the Middle. Yeah, Life in the Middle. This is still like my favorite. Tessa, this is her story again. She's coming back with us. So we get to kind of finish up what's really going on in her life. Like, I didn't see certain things that were like how the way that her father portrayed her mom, and how far that went, especially for this to be like a faith-based series, you know, God being the center and all of that. I really didn't see in books, like, I always feel like we kind of hold back, you know, as believers. We don't go so far. Like, we kind of dabble in it. We can say, okay, a divorce happened, but you just may kind of leave it at that. You don't go as really deep into it. And in this book, I was very, very surprised that it really went that deep. We saw that betrayal of her dad, of the, you know, the husband of her mom here, and to see how horrible it was as far as in how he tried to justify it, and the selfishness there. I was just surprised how deep that it went. Surprised in a good way. I was like, wow, we really need this, because this is real, this is reality, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, whoa, okay. So yes, that really got me there. Okay, number 9, Do You Know My Name? A book with a misunderstood character. I'm gonna go here with Shay here, and she wasn't at the beginning, because this is the first, you know, narrative we get with her in this book 2. I wasn't a real fan of her. As far as like, out of all the 4 friends, she wasn't my favorite, because I felt like she was in a very negative place, kind of always complaining. And you may say, oh, that's typical for a teen here, but in comparison to the other friends in the group, I was just like, oh, it was just so much to be in her head. In this book, she was just so negative and so fearful, and was so anxious, and all these things that I was just like, oh, I just really didn't want to deal with it. But I pushed through, because overall, the writing of the authors here and everything in the story in itself, I really wanted to know what was going to happen and all of that, even though it was such a drag being in her head. But yeah, she is the one. I almost forgot the question. Yeah, but she is misunderstood, because even when I was being introduced to her, I was like, she was all put into me, and I really didn't care for her. But I felt like at the end, when I got to the end of the book, she was so much of that to me, because she was so misunderstood, because I really didn't know the place that she was coming from, and why she was in such a dark place to be so young, you know, and have your whole life ahead of you. Even though you may have things happen to you, at the end of the day, you're still young. You can dream and all these different things. I just really didn't understand that. And yes, I guess she was totally misunderstood, but not only by me as the reader, but I think even in a way by her friends, because they didn't know her whole story, and she was holding back so much because she didn't feel that she could be herself and people will accept the real her. So yes, you're gonna be misunderstood when people don't know your whole story, and they don't really know where you're coming from. If you don't open up, you're gonna be misunderstood, and that's what I really got from her in this book, Shay here. So anyways, yeah, moving on. Okay, let's see, number 10, That's Wow, a book with an unbelievable ending. I want to say all of these books in a sense, but I'm going to go with, if I have to go more in detail, the Me You See, Izzy's story here. That was very, very wild, like I said, with the different things that she experienced, and the betrayal and the deception here amongst even people her age. You would think, I mean, what kid would even have the mind to even think so evil, you know what I'm saying? And that really surprised me, how deep this book went for it to be for teens here. I was just like really shocked, the Me You See here. So yeah, that was wild. It was crazy. That book even brought me to tears, because it was just so horrible that, you know, people can be so cruel. So yeah, I'm gonna say that one. Okay, number 11, Purple Everywhere, book with a purple cover. I have to go right here with the Me You See. I think I'm gonna have pictures up here on the screen at some point. I know when I'm recording, obviously I don't see the pictures, but yeah, I'm gonna have it up there, because yeah, I love this purple. here in this book, but it's so beautiful. I just love it. The lights here, yes, is giving teen, of course, and I love that. And it just remind me of, like, even when I was a teen, like how I would have liked my room. And I even had my room lavender, because that's my favorite, tone of purple. Yeah, I had it lavender, so I just love this cover. I love how it's just beautiful to me. It's just such a beautiful cover. Okay, number 12, show your true colors. The Lord made you beautiful. Oh, yes, he did, y'all. Show a stack of books with the unicorn colors: purple, green, blue, yellow, pink. Okay, I literally had this whole stack here because I knew that question was there. Yeah, this is my colors. This is the whole Riverbend Friends series thus far. Number 8 is coming in November, so yeah, don't be waiting for that. But yeah, this is all of them. This actually is the only series. No, that's not true. I do have another series, a fantasy series, on my shelf that I have all the books, but I have very few, unlike you all. I have very few series that are in my home, and hopefully one day I want to build a collection. But I'm happy because this is like my real first collection here. All of these, this is my first series on my shelf that's really big right now, so yay. Okay, we're gonna go back, like I said, to those questions 3 and 4, and I will be right back with that. Hey y'all, I told y'all I was gonna be right back. So for 3 and 4, y'all see I'm holding her right here. Who's your best friend, favorite animal, companion in the book? And there's my unicorn, but with a magical creature or a cute animal on the cover. I'm gonna go with my angel here. This is my baby. This is my girly girl, and yeah, she's gonna be on my own cover. So I'm putting angel here. That's my girl. That's my girl here. So yeah, I want to thank Chrissie so much for creating this tag. This was so much fun, and it just helped me be more connected to the BookTube community. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed my answers. I know they were kind of like very, very simple, to the point, and I didn't really have a whole lot, in there to insert, but overall I'm very, very grateful to be a part of it. And congratulations again, Chrissie, for your very first book tag. So thank you so much for sharing it with us all. And until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.